the importance of this one step that is extremely, extremely important to take the action that is required to bring in our results. And here's the beautiful thing about it. We are going to talk about one of the top manifesting mistakes to avoid. Now, we've kind of covered a few things prior to this on the other calls, but today I really want to talk about something that the secrets community, the law of attraction community, and the manifestation community seems to forget about and seems to really not value the importance of this one step that is extremely, extremely important. And that is taking action. You know, if you look at the words law of attraction, there is action in that word attraction. And so lack of action keeps people from manifesting what you want. Manifestation requires a balance between visualization and action. Visualization is putting out the energy, putting out the image, putting out the picture, the feelings, the thing that you want to bring into your life, the thing that you desire. And action provides a way for it to come in. So simply visualizing your dreams, your desires without taking any steps towards them is not enough, and will actually deter the thing from coming into your life. It will deflect it from coming into your life. So you need to take inspired action towards your goals and be open to opportunities that come your way. Because when you start putting out what you want, when you start visualizing that thing that you desire, when you start creating a picture, an image, a movie of that which you want, the opportunities are going to show up. And what most people do is they're like, well, I don't want to do what's required. And so they'll just take their attention off of that and do something else, or they'll ignore the opportunities, or they'll walk away from it. And so there's a few reasons we do that. So I want to cover some reasons why we don't take action. Number one is lack of belief. Lack of belief. Many people struggle with believing in their ability to manifest their desires. So self-doubt, skepticism can hinder your motivation to take action. If I don't believe I'm taking a trip tomorrow, that I'm actually getting on a flight to go to where, to the tropics, I'm not going to pack. It's futile to pack. And so if I believe that I'm taking a trip tomorrow, I will absolutely pack. And here's the beautiful thing about it. It doesn't take any effort. There's no effort in packing. There is excitement in packing because I know that I am taking a trip. If I know I am going to be successful in this business, then I'm going to hire the right team. Then I'm going to put a plan in action. Then I'm going to, put my down payment on a lease for this space. I'm going to do the things that are required because I believe that my business will be a success. And so if I don't have a belief, then I wouldn't put a down payment on a space for my business, because that would be almost like throwing away my money, because I don't believe that it's going to be successful. If I don't believe that I'm going to find the right team, then I'm not going to start interviewing for a team for my business. If I don't believe that I can get into a beautiful love relationship with the man of my dreams, then I'm not going to put myself out there. So that belief hinders our ability to open up to the resources to take the action that is required to bring in our results. Number two is fear of failure. This is a big one. The fear of failure or rejection can prevent a lot of people, from taking action towards your goals. So what most people do is they prefer to avoid the possibility of disappointment rather than take risks. They don't want to go through that feeling of it didn't work out, or I tried and it didn't work, or I'm not good enough, or look, here's more proof that I can't have what I want. And so that fear of failure keeps people from taking the risks. And honestly, no success ever comes without risks. If you look at every person who's been successful, they have taken risks, and 100% of those risks has not resulted in a win for them. And so taking risks is vital, is important when we are manifest our dreams, because we don't know 100% what's going to lead us to what we want. And I will venture to say every step we take, if we're taking it, is going to lead us to our manifestation. Even if this first step doesn't immediately, bring us the jackpot, it's if we're moving forward, that one failure or that one misstep or that one project, business, relationship that didn't work out will always lead me to the next. Always lead me to something bigger, always lead me closer to my goal. So as long as I keep moving, as long as I keep learning, as long as I keep growing, as long as I keep taking the blessings of every step, then I will inevitably get to my desired destination. So that fear of failure, we have to let that go. You have to let that go. Fear of rejection, we have to let that go, because that's going to block you from taking the steps towards what you want. Number 3 is procrastination. Most people have a tendency to procrastinate or put off taking action, and that results in missed opportunities or delayed progress in manifesting their desires. And I'll tell you personally, for me, for the procrastination was a fear of failure, and was also perfectionism. We're going to talk about perfectionism. It was never good enough, and I wasn't quite ready for it. And I would write, and then put it away for a few years. And then I would be drawn to it and pulled towards it. And I would write, and then put it away. And I kept telling myself, I've got to finish it. I've got to finish it. But there were other things that were more pressing for me. And my priorities weren't always on that book. And it was definitely fear. It was a fear of being seen, and a fear of failure, and fear of it not being not being able to impart all of the ideas I had spinning in my head in an eloquent enough way where people can really feel it and experience it and have their lives changed by it. So procrastination, we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it, but it does keep us from creating. And let this be a lesson for me and for all of us, that it's never too late. Great. We, procrastinated for decades. It's done now. It's done now. So we can be proud of ourselves for getting that completed, but don't let procrastination get in the way. Number 4 is lack of clarity. Without a clear understanding of what you want to manifest, you may struggle to take the necessary actions to achieve your goals. Now, this goes back to one of the things that gets in the way of most people from aligning their thoughts and their beliefs and their actions with their desired outcome, is having that visualization, having the desired outcome so crystal clear in your mind that you know which direction to go. And so the lack of clarity, it's like, I don't know that this opportunity in front of me is the right one to go, because I don't even know what I really want. So we have to be clear about what we want. If I know exactly where I'm heading and I can put that address into my GPS system, I know exactly when to make a right turn and when to make a left turn. If I just put in, the city, it's going to take me to this random place. I can't generally know where I'm going. Otherwise, I'm going to, get lost. I'm going to go right here and left here, and I'm just going to go around in circles. So that lack of clarity, so I wouldn't even go into a car. I don't head in any direction unless I have an address. I went to dinner last night, and it took a while for me to get an address. And I was like, okay, where am I going? I wasn't getting into my car until I had an address. And so that's what keeps us from taking action, is we don't even know where we're going. We're not clear on that. Number 5 is overwhelm. When we're faced with too many tasks or a complex plan, what we tend to do is we feel overwhelmed, and that overwhelm results in paralysis. Prevents us from taking action. It's like, if I have to think of this massive project and a million things to do, then my mind just starts racing, and it feels like I don't even know where to start. And so we want to get out of overwhelm by breaking things down into tasks, by taking that complex plan and chunking it down into, okay, what's my first step? What's my second step? Or what are the different pieces of the puzzle, and how can I tack one at a time? And so writing things down, clients who work with me know, today I had clients all day, and I kept saying, write it down. Write it down. We need to get it out of our head that has 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. And most of those thoughts are negative. We need to take that out onto paper so that we're no longer driven by our emotions of the moment, or the overwhelm of the moment, or the paralysis of the moment, and we start to discipline ourselves to do what's necessary to move forward. So we want to get out of overwhelm and take the right action towards our dreams, towards our desires.